What's up guys, SlickShotGames here, welcome back to another map review. Today we're going to be checking out Jingshen, yet another map core exotic places finalist. Wow, that's a tongue twister right there. This map was created by Exodus, Freyja, and Lefty, and we're just going to be jumping right in. Right off the bat, I'm going to be going towards A and letting you guys know right off the bat. You could tell just the aesthetic, obviously. This takes place somewhere in Asia, it's not specified where, but obviously, I mean, you could tell just even the feels in the back and the artwork. It's just a really cool aesthetic and honestly perfectly matches the exotic places theme that they had on the map core contest. So yeah, there's the artwork and it's just really cool. All these maps always have such a great attention to detail. So we're going to be coming in here and taking over this arc here, the cherry blossom tree, of course, and you come here and boom, here we are on the A site. So the A site is basically this whole area right here, of course. You can plant here, you know, plant over here, jump in here, and plant in here as well. Just this whole area is completely plantable on, I guess. Even, yeah, right here, even. So there's multiple ways you can get to the site. This is the main one and the easiest, most accessible one, safest one, I guess. Even coming right here, you're gonna, honestly, you might even be running into a CT right there. I was watching a demo from the map core hub I was talking about, and there were fights going on right here almost immediately. You also probably noticed these windows right here. You can peek into the site. That's a cool cool little addition to the map where you can actually have this little window. You know, these might be a little awkward to shoot around, but you know, you should be able to shoot through that. Also, if a CT is hiding right here, you notice you can actually shoot straight through that. So basically this spot might just be useless because they have that there perfectly to be shot behind. But this area, you're free to stand here as a CT when I get to that later on. After, you know, flashing in or whatnot, you can actually just come over here. This is also another spot for the Ts or the CTs to just safely be able to cross right here instead of having to deal with that. If we're talking about post-plant, as you can see, this place I'm going to be talking about later on. But you can potentially, if you take mid, you could get that window spot, which would be so good for basically any plant right here, like this whole line of sight anywhere right here, just stand up there. As far as planting right there, this is going to be an obvious spot to plant for this whole area. Even right here, right? Like you have the window, you probably want to line it up and have a view of it at all times. This whole thing is wall bangable, so if you try to plant right here, you know, CT can spam you here, see planting right there, you're probably going to die. So that you got to probably be careful with planting around these wood planks, and you're going to want your teammates checking your back and, you know, mauling this off where they're going to be rotating from there, and if you never took mid right there as well. So once you plant, as I said, you can fall back here and, you know, play for time, even get aggressive. This is one of those maps where you could totally just come over here and just hide right here, you know, both angles totally covered, and no one's going to see you from up there, so it's a good spot. Even come over here and get a flank if you can, right? Like, let's say there's a CT. This is going to be the whole midsection. I'm going to talk about that next. You know, and even on site, just anywhere you could think of. Oh, right here, this is such a good headshot angle. Right here in this corner, right? Like, this is where the CTs are going to be coming from. Pretty clear cut. But overall, a really nice looking map. Also, let's look around, right? Let me show you over here. You obviously can't go over here, but again, it's just like, it's lively, right? Like you believe that this thing goes on to another area, right? Another section like this. So awesome theming overall, and just a pretty solid site. Like you have these rocks to work around. You have a lot of different boxes, right? You have this one. You have that one. This area right here, right? You have this box. I already mentioned that. Right here, right there. Here, like this barricade, like it's just a lot to work around. So And this is going to be tricky for the CTs and the Ts, but all around a pretty solid site. Alright, next we're going to be talking about mid. So you come here, and you take a right. This is like one of the cool sections of the map right here. Boom. Right here, like in a marketplace, right? Like it's really, really nice. There's some lettuce. Get your veggies in, you know, get your vitamins, right? And this is, as usual, right in the middle of the map, one straight way. You can already tell there's going to be CTs right there and right here. This is going to be really hard to take over, and that is why they have added this part and this part right here. Because, you know, if they just had here that you walk over here, you're dead meat no matter what. As for if you come here, you actually have a chance, right? And you can pop flash in, you get the point, and then jump over to this side and just honestly get them from over here. Now, are they going to be aware of it? Probably. Is this going to be smoked off? Possibly as well. So they're probably going to be trained here, but flashing in. And right there, boom. I actually just made that one up, but yeah, another great reason, another great thing that they have this place opened up, that you can actually just toss this over and molly that off. This is perfect. So very, very good addition to this. Give them, the T's, a little more to work with, right? Like just having this thing. Yeah, of course you can spam through it, but just being able to sort of get here is totally worth it. And then let's say once you've gotten that pick, once you're here, this is where it gets a little like, I feel like mid might be too strong in this regard. So having come here and cleared that out, you actually can take a right and just take the site from here, which is like, look at how much you get to see. You get to see CTs, you get to see the site, you get to see right here the blind spot of where the T's were coming in if they entered from over there, right? So it's like you have so much room right here to look around. Or you can go straight and actually just take it from a lower section as well. Take them from behind as well. So this is like, usually you have two direct ways to get to a site, right? Not including mid. So the fact, and this like seems like one of those areas, like, you know, coming in from here and here, but it looks like they decided to have this only for mid, solely if you take mid, right? The other two areas are here, and both of them lead to B, and I'll get to these in a minute once I show you the actual map. The actual site. Alright, so I just showed you mid. This is blocked off, you can't get over there. But I mean, really, like, look at the temple. I mean, not the temples, but just the structures. I really like the aesthetic. I think we need more like Asian-based maps, I feel. So you're gonna come down here, main way, and you're gonna take a left. Here we are in the water area, right? Like this sort of. There's even a mountain there. I just realized. You come here, and boom, here we are in this sort of structure, this stone structure. This is the bomb site. And you have it colored right here where the petals are. Sort of this tan color, that is where you can plant. Now, let's talk about this section over here. So you could notice that you could probably come over here as well, up top. This is to clear out this angle, which the CTs may or may not be in, right? You're gonna want to have that upper sort of, you know, same plane, right? Like being able to peek here, and you're gonna see them over there. So this is always good to have sort of an elevated thing where you can clear that out with an op, and you can wall bang through this. So if there is like a CT over here and on this box, you can just straight shoot them through there. So that's a good addition. And I also have this little box here that allows you to take cover, right? Like instead of having it straight, it's pretty creative to have a box there. So if they do peek you, you can take cover for a second without having to just straight die because you couldn't fall back. And then over here, you can actually boost up here. When I was watching the demo of the actual game, Pug that was being played on this map, they continued to boost up on here. I would, I don't know if this would be too much. I would even consider maybe even having a ladder here, right? Instead of forcing one way basically to get to the point, maybe even having a ladder would be nice here, to give, to allow you to play it differently. Let's say you want to do a double prawn tag instead of having a boost up there, you can actually just have a ladder and get up there and get on the site. So you're going to be coming up here like this. So yeah, instead of having a boost here, you're going to be clearing the section. They're going to be all in this area right here, even right there. I don't know if you can boost up there like you could before, but yeah, so a really safe bet is after, I don't know, you smoke this section off, you jump here and you've cleared all this, just right here. This is wall bangable, of course. Almost everything is wall bangable. Like even this structure you could shoot through, as you can see. But just right here, planting right there, and then fall back. And just play the bomb. They even have this open for you. So, I overshot that, but like, I'm sure there's some kind of lineup you could just, by having all of these open sort of panels up here, you can actually molly and smoke. That's really, really good to have. And just to play around. And of course, you can wall bang this. Every single thing in the map is wall bangable. It's like we're playing 1.6 over here. That's cool. That's cool to have. I mean, I don't know if you should have everything wall bangable, but that's fine. And just, you hear your defuse and literally just unload there. And that's for the CTs to molly and all that. So, yeah, overall, I also saw you could get to the section at one point, but not anymore. That seemed to be glitched. Which I agree. I don't think you should have the whole section open. And really, I mean, and it's up to the T's whether they want to just start creeping up on this section or just even smoking this off. This is going to be the main way. Yeah, totally just get rid of that. Make it so hard for them to enter and just play around the smoke. It's very good. Both sites are really, really solid on this map. I really like what they did with it. Not much I could say about the sites themselves. My main criticism will be about mid. So let's go over the CT side and I'll show you more about that. Alright, so here we are on the CT side. And right off the bat, let's just go over to A again and show you what it's like going over there. So you come over here, take a left, and boom, here we are on the site. You already saw it. Really nice looking map. And what are some of the places you can play? Well, best places you're going to be able to play is just playing around this whole sort of stone area, right? Like peeking over here, wall banging, just totally playing around that. If they come over there, easy molly, right? Like push them back, shoot through that. Right here, I think this is a really good spot to have. Just being right here, being able to sort of, they push in and you get them. Because they're going to be focused over here and over here, right? They're probably not going to be looking at that. So if you can, and I think actually, I don't even think there's a way to get over here without them seeing you if they're going to A right off the bat. So this is probably off limits, this whole area, because they can get here pretty fast. I saw like an aggressive A peek. You can sort of peek this with an op or something. Get the pick, fall back, have your teammates take your angle. I like this area right here, this sort of bench area. Like you're covered, and they, again, are probably not going to see you. So this is safe for you to get over here right from the beginning of the site and just hide right here. Like it's a really ratty spot, but you're guaranteed a couple of picks here. Very good spot to hold and to play off your teammates. Nade usage right off the bat. You can actually you can get over here by just smoking this off and running over here on this side and totally just stopping them. Molly, or not molly, but nade that. Yeah, molly if you can, right? Like, let's say they're running out of time. Just stop them right then in their tracks. And of course right here as well. So just a lot of different avenues for both sides to work with, right? And even right here, this is a two-way street, so you can wall bang through this. It's a two-way thing. Alright, so here we are back in CT spawn again. I'm going to take a left. As soon as you spawn, you come here and boom, here's mid once again. Now, as I said, you're probably going to be holding with an op or a scout right here. They're probably not going to, you're going to get here way before them, it looks like. It's going to be close, but I feel like just they spawn right here. I mean, it's just 1 foot, you take a left, and here we are. You're already looking at mid, right? So you can just be aiming down here, or, you know, smoke that off, right? Jump out this window, and drop right here, and hold from here as well. But the main reason you'd probably want to go over here is to just have a... You're probably either going to be rotating from here, like you're going to be rotating from mid, or from B over there, coming over here to retake A, or just holding it and then, oh, they're coming A, and then you just walk up here and fire. So here's my problem. So this location being accessible for the CTs, I feel that this is just like, and I really like the window idea, but I think this might be a little too much for the T's to handle, right? Like, imagine it's probably hard enough to get near the site. You have so much to look at. And now that you're here, right, not only do you have to deal with that, but you have to deal with this as well. And this window almost like just stops you from wanting to enter the site as a T, because of the fact that there's most likely going to be a C2 over here, because they basically have this section already on lock. Like, if they're a good team, they should have mid, you know, they should be totally stopping you, and having an op over here is gonna like be really, really annoying for the T's, as is mid at any moment. So having this order, maybe even just getting rid of it, block this off, have a wall here. It might just be me, you know, maybe this isn't as big of an issue as it might seem, but it can get a little confusing, this whole mid area. There's a lot of like different passageways, right? So, you know, making it a more simplistic wouldn't hurt. You know, and you can get aggressive with it too as well, right? Even just anywhere right here. And another thing I noticed is, you're probably wondering, these boxes on this truck here, what you can do is actually jump up here and jump peek. Yeah, you can actually see them over there. So let's say they're like shift walking, and you know, of course you have this, I don't know, you kill the guy, they decide not to go mid, or you just have this straight smoked off. You can also do a jump peek actually as well, but and you can actually probably molly like that. Like, you know, just a little to the right more, but just being able to molly from here is actually pretty huge for the T's, for the CTs. And actually, thinking about it, it's probably a two-way thing, honestly. Like, I'm sure the T's can actually, you know, molly from their side as well. Maybe not like that, but, you know. So, it's a two-way thing, actually. That's very cool to have this open right here and give them a little more to work with. Alright, let's go over to the B site now. So, yeah, you're going to be walking here, and you let's say you're going to be standing up here. Right? This might be a main spot. Even jump peeking this, right? Like, you can actually see up there. So, again, more info for the T's, for the CTs. Like, you're going to see them. And they're going to see you probably, but you can see them. Get the info. Let's say, oh, they're mid, they're mid. All you got to do is just come over here and help your friend over here in mid. Whether you either have a rifle or anything. You're actually going to be able to peek with them as well when you're here. So again, it's like a buddy system, and of course, if you're mid already, you can use this to rotate back to the B site and try to take that over as well. A few things you could do is, as I mentioned before, jump peek this, you know, start of the round, spam that, fall back. You have an op, you want to get aggressive, you can actually peek right here without being seen from there. Hold that maybe. Get a pick, fall back. This is probably where you're most likely going to be holding, as this is the easiest way for the T's to actually get to the B site. So being right here is going to be definitely something you're going to want to do, whether an op or a rifle or whatnot. And right here as well. You should not be seen here, and you could just play off your teammate. Another cool thing I noticed here is this little rock. You can actually jump peek here and probably molly this off. So yeah, molly over there. try this a little better here. Yeah, just something like that, right? Like a little more to the left and just stop them from coming over here, you know, and just get the info, right? Like, and again, I'm sure if they see you, they're going to shoot you. So is it too much info for the CTs? Possibly. But overall, I think it's cool to have these different spots. And yeah, and again, let's say you are mid, you can just fall back and safely rotate over there if you think that that area has been compromised. This area has been compromised, you can just take it right and take the safer route to retaking it. And, you know, just, I mean, molly things, flash over. It's just, honestly, a lot of different avenues to work with. So, well done. Honestly, great theming, and tactically speaking, pretty solid as well. Great job on the map. Thank you guys for all the comments and the suggestions. I really appreciate it. Again, I'm probably going to end up doing all the exotic map finalist maps. So, stay tuned for that. Anyway, subscribe to stay up to date with the latest videos and turn on notifications to get updated. Thank you very much, and see you on the next review.